Hello, hello. Welcome to the last video of 2022. I am super excited. I am Lindsay, your host here at All the Yarn. And also you can find me on Instagram as All the Yarn and on Ravelry as All the Yarn Dash. But guys, what a year. Oh my gosh. It's kind of exciting. This is one of my first Jennifer Steingast sweaters. I would love to tell you the pattern, but I really don't remember. I feel like it's Starfall, but I'll put it down below just in case you want to know. But it's so warm, which is great because we just had a winter storm come through and it's keeping me nice and warm while it's chilly outside. All right, so I haven't been around for the last couple of months. I did actually record and then I never posted it. And then it kind of felt like the time had just passed. And what's the point of posting? I don't know. I might re-record some of the information that I put in there, but that's all right. So what have I been doing? Let me tell you. Guys, this is a pillow. Look how big it is too. Oh my gosh. It's a massive pillow. What? What? Yeah, I have an FO. Whew. I have been working on this for the last month. This is my 2022 Advent Minis. This year I got them from the Whimsical You. Love her theme. It was Coffee is Life. She had a great inspirational picture and oh my gosh, guys, I was blown away. Now, the last couple years I've been purchasing Advents. I don't do repeats. Like I try a designer and I love it and then I kind of move on. Depending on what her inspo picture is going to be for 2023, I might already be sold because this was just fantastic. Okay, so let's talk about these pillows. First, I'm going to remind everybody, just in case this is your first time here, welcome by the way. I make these using my Zoom Loom. So this is the Shat Zoom Loom. It is a 4-inch pin loom. Now, not all pin looms are created equal. You can go get yourself any which one you want. It's fine, I don't mind. But the Zoom Loom, if you notice, the pins are grouped in like groups of 3. And this helps you with your weaving because you can really, it's called a Zoom Loom because you can really zoom through these squares. So I like to tell people that once you get the hang of it, because it's kind of, you know, your first couple are very fiddly. The first couple I think took me like, what, 45 minutes to an hour. And it's like, oh my gosh. But you know what? Even at an hour, that was still faster than me knitting a 4-inch square. Like maybe I'm just a slow knitter. I don't know. It's not a race. I'm just saying I could weave these squares way faster than I could knit them. And I have thoroughly been hooked ever since I made my first Advent blanket. I did lay these out like I was going to do a blanket again. And you can see the layout that I did on my my Instagram. I had it all laid out. I was going to do another blanket. And then I thought, you know what would be cool instead of doing a blanket? Pillows. So the pillows that these are on, these are from my couch and you can't see it because I ended up crocheting I did like an envelope flap thinking that way I could kind of take these on and off and everything, whatever my mood is. But it kind of was gapey. So I just crocheted that seam shut, which means now you can't see what the pillow used to look like. But it was like a creamy kind of background and then like a brown kind of floral motif. Not overly girly, but y'all, I live with boys and it just didn't fit the vibe that we have going on in our house. This definitely does. So it's a massive pillow. I have 3 of them. The minis covered 2. I'll show you the other pillow in just a second. But basically, y'all, I got 6 squares out of each of her 24 minis. Get ready for this. Look how gorgeous this is. So here's the thing. This is my favorite one. This side right here is my favorite. So here's the thing. I did the math. And, oh God, I'm going to try and math some more. Okay, so I got 24 minis. I got 6 out of each of those. What is that? What is that? I had a calculator around here. I don't know, but that's a bunch. And then normally when I'm making a blanket, I get 25 squares out of the main skein, and that's my blanket. Well, when I started moving it from a blanket, I started, here's a fourth of them, here's a fourth, I kind of divided the squares up and started putting together these squares. I realized I was a lot short. Now I thought I was just 13 short. So I started, I used up the rest of the main skein. I was still short, then I was I don't know, like 7 squares-ish. I don't know, 6 or 7, I don't remember what. So then I took all of the leftovers from each of the colorways and I made, I did the magic knot on the ends, making one big, long, piece of yarn from all the scraps, and I wove those up. And I was still short. I thought that was going to be enough, and then I started laying out I'm like, I'm still short. I'm still short kind of by a lot. So I started going through my stash of leftovers, and I thought I just needed 2. I don't know if I could even find the 2. I can't even find them. They blended in really, really well. Oh, here's one of them. Like that one? No. Maybe? Guys, okay, whatever they were, they blended in so well. I can't even find them, but I had 2 leftovers that I mashed together, and they blended so well, I can't even find them. I still needed more. So then I realized I needed a lot more, and I thought, oh my gosh. Years ago, I think it was my Lamina wrap by Amber O'Brien, and originally I was going to have this main color of this deep, rich chocolate brown, and then I was going to use, it was, beautiful designer, dyer, Miss Babs. So Miss Babs set, I had a full skein of this rich, dark chocolate color, and this is out of her Yummy 2-ply toe, the Yummy 2-ply, but then I got a set of the Yummy 2-ply toes, and I alternated those colors throughout this long wrap. It is a very long wrap. I ended up not using the full skein of the dark chocolate. I used a little bit, but I've had this and I'm not really a brown person to wear. It's just been sitting. Y'all, yeah, here we go. This is that colorway, which is fabulous. So I just popped it in. I don't even know where. It's just, there's a little bit, there's a little bit. I just kind of popped it in throughout all these. And actually underneath, so, with the envelope system, you can't see it, but there's a row of squares right here for the overlap. When you're making a pillowcase cover, especially like a throw case, there's an overlap. So there's actually an additional 14 squares that you don't even see. And 7 of those, maybe more, 7 of them on the blue pillow are where you can't see them. And then I think a couple of them might be here. And then there's some random colors and whatnot that I put in here. But anyway, there were so many squares. There were so many squares. It was a lot more weaving than what I typically do. So originally I thought, I just need 13 more. And then that turned into, I needed 27 more. So I had to do another 14. And then that turned into, I need another 14 after this. It just kept going. And at some point I'm like, maybe I should just do the blanket. But I felt committed. I'd already done so many. I was committed. So pros to doing pillowcases is that there's no sewing on the sewing machine. There is no backing. There is no binding. Everything is either woven or it's crochet. And that's not bad. that's not bad at all. I enjoyed that piece of it. I can crochet, obviously. So this is a crochet slip stitch. And that is what I did to piece the squares together. That is what I did. So on here, I put right sides together and crocheted slip stitch. Then you can't see it because it's already inside. But it made a very nice, clean seam when I flipped it right side out and everything. And then, let me see if I can find it. Okay. You can barely see it even in the naked eye, but right here, nope, sorry. Right here, this is where my envelope met. So there's an extra 7 skeins underneath here. And I just didn't, like, it just kept pulling apart. And I really wanted them to line up nicely. So I went ahead and crochet slip stitched this together. And voila! I have 2 massive pillows. Look at this. I love it. I love it. Here's my seam here. You honestly, like, it's hidden. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Okay. So for the sizes, y'all, you're dealing with me here, okay? I'm not getting fancy on any of this. I took one of the pillows out of the case, laid the case out, and put the squares on, and that's how I figured out how many squares I was going to need for the pillows. This is the one I did first. Now, you can't see on camera, but in life, it's just a little big. It's about one row of squares, too big. So on this one, because this is my second one, look, I took one row out and just folded it right across the top, seamed it together on this side, and look, you can't even, whoop, crocheted it together, because originally there was 2 panels, and so then the one panel I folded the end, and then I crocheted it together. Y'all, it's perfect. It's perfect. Oh, so I'm very excited. That was a lot of fun. I can't believe I'm done. Usually January is when I am wrapping up my Advent project for the previous December, and it's done, which means I haven't been doing a lot of anything else, anything at all. I have been weaving my little hands off and then crochet, 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 crochet. That's all I've been doing for the last month. Oh my gosh. But I'm excited because I love them. I mean, obviously you can make any kind of shape, any kind of size, because even if it doesn't work out when you're laying the squares out, you just fold them and it's perfect. Oh my gosh. So highly recommend making pillows. If like me, maybe, I mean, I'm at 5 blankets now. So 5 throws, all of them very used. In fact, all of them were being used Christmas morning. Everybody had their own throw on their lap. It was very sweet. So the throws are definitely used. And now I have pillows that coordinate with my throws, and I love it. I absolutely love it. It just makes the house very cozy. One of the pillows, as soon as I was done with it, immediately got stolen and lived on a child's bed for 2 days. It was very sweet. Eventually I kind of came and stole it back, put it back on the couch, because that's where it's supposed to go. But no, it was so fun. Speaking of, I have 2 new knitters in the family. That was something else that we did what we've been doing over our Christmas break, is that one of my goblins and a niece of mine are learning to knit. So yay, more knitters in the world. This is what we need. Yeah. Anyway, all right. So even though all I've been doing for the last month is weaving, and the last week all I've been doing is crocheting, I have done knitting in the last couple of months because, you know, I haven't seen you guys for a while. So this is my Zweig. I have, oh, that's not it. There we go. I have 1 sleeve done, 1 sleeve nearly done. Just talking about a couple of inches here, guys. And then I have a couple more inches to do on the body. I thought about trying to race and get this done before the end of the year. But then I stopped enjoying myself. So it's like, it's not a race. It's not a race. It's going to get done in plenty of time. I'll wear it definitely this winter, this spring. I'm just so excited at how well this sweater has come together because, it's been a journey. It has been a journey, but I'm very excited about it. So just in case you haven't been on this journey with me the entire time, this is a Caitlin Hunter pattern. It is called Zweig. The yarn is Loco in Tweed. This is her wood Sprite. This is her Snowshoe. And it's beautiful. It's absolutely beautiful. The yarn is so soft. I can't wait to finish it up. I can't wait to wear it. Yeah. And I'm not ashamed to admit it. That's all I got. That's all I've been doing, guys. That's it. It's not all I've been doing. I actually didn't craft there for a couple of weeks because my personal life just got crazy. In fact, I shut down my Etsy shop for I think a couple months. Like it's finally reopened, and it was a lot. So if you're here for the knitting and the projects, that part of the show is gone. If you want to hear a final recap of 2022 and some plans that I have for 2023, stick around because again, it's the end of the year. Here we go. So a little bit of a wrap up. I have notes for this because my memory, it's not going to work. Okay, so I had a couple of goals, crafting goals for the year, and that was to get 3 whips done that I started 2022 with, and that was my Advent blanket using my 2021 Advent yarn. It was my Shawlography shawl. It was the Humus shawl that I was making because that was supposed to be a present for my sister last Christmas, and it didn't get done on time, which she was totally cool with. Those got done pretty quickly. And just so you know, my sister is incredibly knit worthy. She wears that shawl to death. I love it. I love seeing that one just run around. It's a very squishy shawl, so love it. And the shape was like a chaos in the making and worked perfect. She loves it. It fits her very well. It lays very nicely on her. So win. I wanted to get 3 pairs of fingerless mitts done. I only got 2. The 3rd pair, the yarn is wound, but it never made it on the needles, which is kind of sad because really those happen very quickly. And I was having so much fun with the sweaters, even the sweaters that were giving me a really hard time. Then the other thing is I didn't count. I had 9 sweaters that I wanted to get done. I finished 6. 6 out of 9 adult sweaters. I'm happy with that. I'm very happy with that. I got that Darkwater, Jennifer Seingas Knit Love Wool, color work yoke sweater. That was in fingering weight. Love that. That was in that Vrinda Linares wool. Oh my gosh. I get a lot of compliments on that. That's a gorgeous, gorgeous sweater. I got the Tree Light, another Knit Love wool. I know. I knit her patterns all the time, but I'm telling you, they fit me so well. Tree Light was another Knit Love wool pattern that I did in Madeline Tosh Vintage Worsted. Love the color work on that one. I get a ton of compliments again on that. Colorwork sweaters, you could just walk around with those and it's like just a walking people saying nice sweater all day long. Oh my gosh. I did the Knit a Rainbow. That was a DK sweater, and that was that sweater I got done in like a week. Oh my gosh, it was so fast, and I got it done in some Mineville wool project, which can't get anymore, but it was, I love that. This is Mineville wool project as well. I love that yarn. Really sad you can't get it anymore. I got that one done. The campsite pullover, that oversized, really large sweater. Oh my gosh, it's like wearing a sweatshirt. I love that sweater. And now I will say, so the yarn is Cloudborne Fibers. I think merino, maybe it was a merino alpaca, but I don't think so. I think it's just merino. There is something about that yarn that just grabs my hair. So when I wear it, I will say I tend to have like a bit of a fur collar made out of my own hair. Like there's just something that it just grabs my hair, and anything that's not fully attached to my head comes off. And so it kind of sucks because I have to walk around with like a gleaner or a lint brush or lint roller or something because it's just constant. So I kind of, once you start wearing a sweater, then you know what kind of maintenance this sweater needs. And that's that's the maintenance that this sweater needs is it gonna be pulling your hair out. And I don't feel it pull it out. It's just, it grabs anything that's loose, it comes out. It's crazy, like just hair everywhere. I maybe disgusting, I apologize, but if you happen to have any of that particular Cloudborne DK merino wool, just FYI, plan accordingly. Maybe use something else in the yoke and then use that for the body or something, because it's gonna get hairy. I don't know what to tell you. The Seclude, which is something I just finished. I haven't worn it because I've woven in the ends. I haven't clipped them. I did finally block it, but I lied. I did wear it. I wore it at home during one of the days I was working from home, and I had a bunch of Zoom calls, but nobody could see that I hadn't clipped the ends yet. I do need to clip the ends, but it's been blocked. I love it. It's very warm. Oh my gosh, very warm. And I said third coast, but I didn't do third. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, that's it. That's 3. Darkwater grid. No, that's not it. Darkwater, Tree Light, Knit a Rainbow, Campsite Pullover, Seclude. What was the other one I did? I didn't write it down. Well, this is frustrating. I'll put it down below. There were 6. I promise. I promise there were 6. What am I missing? I don't know, but it's there. I'm like 90% sure. Maybe I was thinking of the Zweig because it's like 90% done. I don't know, but whatever I got done, I'll put down in the comments and you can see. I got a lot done. I'm excited. Whether it's 5 or 6, I don't care. I got a lot done. And that's with knitting 2 yokes and completely ripping them out. I'm A-okay with everything that I got done crafting wise this year. It's been a lot of fun. As far as my other goals, I have not gone to the gym a lot this month. I had a lot going on and I had to prioritize my health, my mental health, and my mental health said, whatever it is, do less. And so I made it to the gym a handful of times, but not twice a week. But that's okay. That's okay because I feel so restored, and doing less is what I needed so that I can hit this next year going back to the gym twice a week. Really, totally fine with the effort that I put in because I went through nearly the entire year going to the gym twice a week after having not gone to the gym for several years because of COVID and other reasons and whatnot. So I'm very excited about all of that. And then finally I was going back to school and I am 1/3 of the way through my program. It's a 3-year program to earn the degree and 1/3 of the way done. Kind of excited about it. So yeah, it has been a great 2022. I'm very happy. I didn't, hit every goal, but boy, I made progress. And I'm a journey person. I mean, I like goals. I love smashing goals. And there are other goals that I smash like kind of outside of what I do here. And there's some things I knit out of, I knit, Freudian slip. I hit out of the park this year at work. I'm just very excited about those things. So I don't want to bore you with them because if you're not like in the field, it's not as cool. My husband tries to tell me all the cool things he does at work. It's not as cool to me because I don't understand anything coming out of his mouth. So I'm not going to do the same to you, but just know I enjoyed my 2022. It's fun. So now going on to 2023, I got some knitting goals again. Okay, but I wrote them down. I have 3 whips that I want to finish. And that's the Zweig, obviously. The Fantastitch shawl that I was making, I'd like to finish that. I have not put 1 stitch on it. Like you're not missing anything. If you want to know where I was at with it, watch my last video because that's where I'm at now. The Easy Goes It. Somehow, after I recorded my last episode, it never went back into my purse. So I have been running around the last couple of months without a knitting project, and it's been torture. So that, right before I recorded, because I didn't want to forget, that is now back in my purse so that now I have something to work on whenever anything's going on. So I'm very excited that should finally get some progress again. The Fantastitch I'm gonna have to like sit and do, and it's hard because I would much rather be working on sweaters, but I do want to knock out a shawl here or there. So those are the three things that I want to finish is the Zweig sweater, the Easy Goes It shawl, and the Fantastitch shawl. I do want to say that I started the Twist and Turns, an update on that. I really like it. I really like everybody's projects that I saw. It's not for me. I'm not finishing mine. I'm going to tear it out and just wait until I'm inspired again. Maybe I'll do this next one, whatever he does it for his mystery knit along in October, in those same colors. I don't know. I love the colors together. I didn't feel like finishing it. So that's just going to get ripped out. And then I do want to do that third pair of fingerless mitts that I wound the yarn for. It was that Care Bear Stare colorway. Oh my gosh, so cute. I want to do the Possessed fingerless mitt. So that's one of the 9 projects. I'm doing a make 9. Oh, here's my 9 projects that I want to do. So fingerless mitts, Possessed printer mitts, and then I have 8 sweaters. Should be totally doable. Totally doable because I'll be able to start nearly right away on these. Just because I feel like I'm going to be able to start on these right away because the Zweig's nearly done, and I'll go back and forth on the shawl while I'm knitting sweaters. I promise I'll keep working on the shawl in between sweaters. It's totally going to happen. Oh my gosh. I have no faith in myself to get that fantastic shawl done. But I really want to get it done because I think it's going to be gorgeous. But okay, anyway, 8 sweaters. Agate Falls, and I'll link all these so you can see them. But Agate Falls, Third Coast, Thereafter, and Breakaway. That's 4 DK sweaters. DK sweaters knit up fast. So I think I'm setting myself up for success here. Like I think I can do this. Silver Linings is a worsted weight sweater. It's knit love wool. Just saying. The Solvay in a different set of yarn that I've like ready to go. It is ready to go. A lot more contrast than what the Loco 2 colorways were. So I'm very excited to knit that one up. That's going to be gorgeous. Just wait till you see that yarn. Oh, I'm gonna have to do that one next. I was thinking I was gonna like kind of plow through the DK and the worsted weight sweaters first and then slog into the fingering weight, but I might start right off with another fingering weight because Zweig, and go right into the Solvay. Sometimes it's nice when you're going back and forth between different projects that the needle sizes aren't too different from each other, just because it is weird going from like a size 8 needle to a size 4 needle. Like it just knits very differently. So I don't know. We'll see. And then, okay, so the 3 fingering weight sweaters, Solvay, JC, and Poet. I will link all of them below. So 8 sweaters on a pair of fingerless mitts plus 3 whips. Y'all, is a list. Okay, and then like my super okay, let's really push the envelope goal here is I have an embroidery project that I started in 2021. I thought for sure I was going to finish it in 2022. I didn't even touch it. Didn't pull it out once. I would like to finish that in 2022. It's not really a knitting goal. But I'd like to get that done. It's so cute. It was so much fun to work on, but I haven't touched embroidery for a little bit. So I'd like to get that done. And then sometime during the pandemic, I thought I was going to become a sewist. So I bought fabric. Now I was at least smart enough to know I wasn't going to start sewing clothes, but I did think I was going to start sewing like really fun, blankets. I haven't done any of them, but I've like sweater quantities of yarn, blanket quantities of fabric. Who am I? I like don't go halfway. Like just we're all in. We are all in. Okay. So my stretch goal as far as crafting goals for 2023 are that I get the embroidery project done and I sew at least 1 blanket. And that's one of the reasons why I didn't really want to sew for my Advent, like I turned the Advent blanket into Advent pillows, is because I always hate the sewing part. And I thought, ooh, if I start the year off really just reminding myself how much I don't like sewing, maybe I'll never get to that blanket. But if I don't have a sewing project in 2023 because I'm not doing the Advent blanket throw, maybe I'll just make a fabric blanket. So we'll see. We'll see. So those two are two things that I would love to see myself follow through on, but like I'm not making any promises. And I also, and this list is subject to change at any whim that I have throughout the year, much like my last one did. Like the Zweig was going to be a Solvay, which was, I think, actually supposed to be something else. I just kept like putting something else in there. I'm allowed to do that because it's my knitting. These are guidelines, not written in stone. So yeah. And then just personal goals. I'm going to go back to hitting up the gym twice a week. And I want to finish year 2 of this program. I'll be 2/3 of the way through it by the end of the year. That's exciting. That is exciting. So thank you all for joining me. I wish you the absolute best in 2023. I hope it's your best year yet. I hope you and your families are all safe and healthy throughout the year. And whatever curveballs come, I hope that, you know, they make you laugh and they make you stronger. So you all take care. And I'll see you in 2023. Bye.